So welcome everyone. Sharon Raji Maynard here, and I'm really, really glad to be with you. Whoops, see now, where's that, huh? I'm just pinning this up here. So I'm really glad to be here with you. And because we're in a state of wisdom sharing, very deep wisdom sharing, not tip of the iceberg sharing, that's what we want to keep it secured and have good boundaries. So I'm going to speak my setting, feel totally free to add your piece to it inwardly so that we've got everybody's power, clarity here with us. So that said, make sure that your body feels very, very comfortable and held in place. There's nothing your body needs to do. It got you here. It can be held also in this place of healing, maintenance, upgrades, whatever it needs. It's such an important part of the journey. And once you have that place of stability and balance for the bodysuit, just take a breath. Let that breath bring your focus into this present moment. And with each inhale, bringing more and more of that energy of home into your space, therefore into this field, filling this space with balance, wholeness, and light. And as you exhale, let that breath go into the field to be blessed by the field and released, resonating blessings out into the world as we sit. And I ask that each of us, our bodysuits, our homes, our lands, and our family members, be in an energetic golden cocoon with multiple fields and teams, protecting, strengthening, loving, guiding. And that cocooned space, shielded externally, the galactic shield of extinction. Nothing that has in the past targeted to destroy women or their productions or projects can pass that shield. Those frequencies turn to extinction. Just imagine again the breath coming from beyond the sun, through the sun, recalibrated for your use, moving right down the midline of your body, waking up 15 chakras as you sit here. And that energy going down into Gaia. Just imagine that she is there greeting you at the door to her home, welcoming you. And we're here to say to Gaia, we are here to reestablish and fulfill on our commitment to keep you safe and your home safe and the beauty restored. We are here to work with you for your generosity of allowing us here. And with the next breath, move into the next layer, just be within Gaia, the roots of sisters. Sisters that have been in circle for generations. Sisters that you sit in circle with today, yesterday, and the week. Those sisters, that root system. And by intention, we bring them into this field that they are here feeling what we are feeling, enriched by what we are enriched by. And then with your next breath, bring that down to the mycelium, the wisdom of women. That mycelium, new but strong, safeguarded, the same power, the same nature as the fungi mycelium. It is there to strengthen, to hold life, to flow resources, connections. And we are there with it. And for our conversation today, breathe yourself back to the surface of Gaia, acknowledging that there is contamination around the energy fields here around the planet. And so we ask that our circle platform be lifted up off of the planet Earth into the fourth world of our galactic star family. And that we be held there, guided there, reconnected there during our time together tonight. With that, our circle is set. Let yourself feel the energy of your home, your star family. They are able to be with us in this moment like never before. You are able to feel them like never before. So let yourself feel them, the connection there. And then when you're ready, bring your focus back to circle. So here we are. What I would like to do, I'm going to put us in a similar order so that we can see each other, and we'll stay in the order we're in as we go around and we place ourselves in the circle. So this field is here ready for us. And what is your name, where you are on the planet? And then just type into the chat while, you can do it, be thinking about it while we're going around, but also I want to have it capture in the chat what concern, if there was one, brought you here. So we're going to speak ourselves into the circle, and then sometime while we're doing this little opening exercise into the chat, what concern brought you here. So I will start because I'm at the top. Then we're going to go to Arlie. You'll see Arlie, Victoria. All of us have the same. Pat. Then we'll go back over to Ren, over to Tara, back over to Alexandra, and then back to Marielle. Okay. So Sharon Raji Maynard here. Woodby Island, Washington, Pacific Northwest, 30-mile, kind of midway between Seattle and Canada. The concern that I am coming with is the concern that we can do so much more than we're doing. But how many of us know it? How many of us know it? And so I'm sorry, I'm going to put that in the chat. I forgot. I was going to put that in the chat. And I'm complete. So I'm passing to Arlie.
Hi, I'm Arlie. I am in New Zealand, just across the harbor from Wellington. And I'll put my concern in the chat.
Hi, I'm Victoria Savage. I live in Emmett, Idaho, which is about 30 miles northwest of Boise. And Yeah, my concern is that we need to be getting our messages out there, and it does seem to be a block.
Put it in the chat too, Victoria, because then I can capture it in the text for after the meeting. I think you're important. Pat, that means you. And you'll have to unmute, my love.
Okay. I am Pat Barrett. I'm currently living in Augusta, Georgia. And I put my concern in the chat.
Thanks, Pat. I'm Ren Breedlove, and I live in Tucson, Arizona.
Hi, I'm Robin Davis, and I am currently in Walla Walla, Washington, which is more of the eastern side of Washington State, still in the Pacific Northwest, right above the border of Oregon. And I'll put my concern into the chat as well.
Hi, everybody. I'm Diana Fairbank, and I am in Seattle, and that's my art of the Olympics behind me.
Maybe.
I'm Tara and I'm in Anthem, Arizona. And my concern is removing blockages so that people can wake up and we can get this show on the road and get our purpose handled here once and for all. Thank you.
Alex, your turn. You have to unmute too, remember.
Yeah. My name is Alexandra Lett, and I am from Sanford, North Carolina, close to Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill. And my concern on a personal level is that I keep blocking my own good. My concern on an international level is the lack of integrity in people who are rising to be leaders of our country, and especially the abundance of white males. Okay.
Dr. Janet Smith Warfield. I'm currently in Sarasota, Florida. I have no concerns. I am simply taking each next step that I am able to take, one step at a time, and setting priorities.
Thanks, Janet.
I'm Deborah. I'm in Sanford, North Carolina, near Alex. And my concerns are basically bringing peace to our planet. Thank you.
Thanks, Deborah.
I'm Marielle. I'm close to Montreal. I'll put it in a positive way. I'm looking for honest relationships.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. So if I were to go around and ask what was a word that brought you here tonight, might be your concerns or it might be something else. So let's go around one more time, and you don't have to put this one in the chat because I'm just going to take notes. What was the reason? What maybe did you hope to hear, get, bring? What brought you here tonight? And we'll start with Arlie because she's right next to me here.
Community and women's voices, more than one word, but that's it.
Got it. And it can be more than one word.
Good,
We're
because
women.
it was. Thank you.
Permission given, huh?
More wisdom from the grandmothers that I can grow with.
Your turn, Pat.
Oh, sorry. Jeez. Sitting here just thinking away. Well, I've been hearing a lot about how powerful this particular period of time is between the new moon, something very, very special about the moon, and Mars, and all the other configurations of planets and the sun and so forth, that it's a time when things that aren't needed need to leave, and then an abundance of new and wonderful things are coming in. And I'm thinking that something is leaving of its own course, but I still feel really responsible for it, and there are reasons why I find that difficult to let go. But then I don't let go of anything very easily. I feel like I hold on to the bitter end about just about everything. Um, but I don't want to really do it like that. I want to be able to see a path to do things, end things well, and also begin things well, and not be huffing and puffing in the middle.
Thank you, Pat.
And I want to work with the women's wisdom. See if we can't just explode this thing. Galaxy wide.
I'd say if it were one word, it would be called. And just to elaborate, that's how I operate, especially with so many offerings, so many things. It's just quick, efficient, like, yeah, go to that. And I've worked with Grandma Sharon, and this is important, and I got that memo.
Thanks, Angie.
Well, Robin, I could say ditto. That's very similar to how I feel. And also I have a now more than 25-year relationship with Sharon, and she's been such a important, anchor and like light and stuff in my life, that when I was invited to this, I definitely felt called. And also I've had the blessing of doing group work in other contexts before, and I know exactly how powerful the exponential progression of, that it's not simple addition, 1 + 1 + 1. It's all, to the 10th or 50th power or whatever. And so I like to I feel I really need to be in more community like this with other women, because I don't have that in my current surroundings. I'm working with many men in a very male field. Well,
Thanks,
which
Diana.
I'm trying to make not be a male field, but
Yeah.
I'm here
so
for
thank
more.
you. It's so great
Oh,
to meet you all.
sorry. I'm here for more growth and expansion, support and teamwork in a community.
Yes, indeed, Alex, your turn.
I'm Alexandra the Great, and I'm feeling like I'm not living up to my greatness. I don't feel like the women on this planet are living up to their greatness, and so I need a sense of community with women. Uh, I like the word goddesses. Mhm.
Oh, Janet, you're muted, love.
if you want one word, it's curiosity. Sharon and I have been friends for a lot of years, and I just wanted to come in and see what she was doing here.
Glad you're here, my love.
I'm here. It's always an honor and a pleasure to hang out with Sharon and all the other wise women here.
If I have to say only one word, then I'll say curiosity.
Got it. Okay. The information in this book is part of the information that started to come to me. I started working with beings off planet Christ to begin with in 1971 for my children, raising children. And I was very much in a box of patriarchal religion. And it wasn't until at like 84, 85 that I realized that maybe all I knew wasn't enough, or maybe it was a little bit not okay even. And that was when actually in Boise, Idaho, started to go to some workshops outside of my religion, very not a thing to do, supposedly. And I started hearing ideas that I didn't have to just obey God and obey men and obey the church leaders, that I could begin to say, this is how I want my life to be. I could participate in that. It's called affirmations. So I began with affirmations and curiosity. I wasn't in pain. I was in curiosity. What would happen if I did affirmations? And that's where I started. But listening to the lectures of the man who was kind of spearheading some of that, I didn't know what he was talking about. I really did not understand his words. I was there because I knew it was important, but I didn't know why it was important at all. It took me about 2, maybe 3 years. And then I was moving away. We went out to lunch, he and I was just laughing. I said, you know what's really scary to me? He said, what's that? I said, I understand what you're talking about, and I can ask questions and I can participate in the conversation. You know, so sometimes when we're presenting with something very different that we don't understand, but it's that calling, and the calling doesn't necessarily mean take it on, believe it's true. The calling is show up. What is there? I don't know what's there, but I'm showing up. And it's curiosity, and it's also listening and following that listening. And that's where I began with this spiritual healing work and talking to those guides that I now call teams. And I also put them all under a title called the Ancient Ones. So there'll be a lot of people. I think most of you here aren't really in that category, but there will be a lot of people that I'll run into, that you're going to run into, because I've heard from several of you. You feel like you have something more to do. You want to expand more. And there are people looking for what you have and who you are. And yours will be different than mine, but we're all in the same, we're all doing the part of what we're here to do. So I'm going to give a quick overview. The book that is the third of the series, which is learning. I was going to have it titled Listening to the Ancient Ones, but nope. The day before I was going to put it up for publishing, they said, no, it's learning from the Ancient Ones, not just listening. Try it on. Learning from the Ancient Ones, truth to end domination and control. Now that's a mouthful. That's a big promise. This book started to come together probably 10, maybe even 12 years ago. I'd already done the first 2. It's been sitting, waiting to be published. Little change here, little change here, readjustment here. And when I published it this week, I said, I'm so glad it didn't come out 10 years ago, because now is the time. We are so up against domination and control. People know domination and control because it is in our face everywhere, right? Well, 10 years ago, it would be like, yeah, okay, well, but we are really up against it. Not only that, things are happening within you women that is saying, what's more? What's more? So I'm just going to give an overview of our galactic history, why we're on mission, and what does that mean to us today? What does it mean to you today? So because we've got an hour and a half and I want to make sure you stay comfortable, is there anyone who does not want to take a 5-minute break? Get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, get a drink of water. Is there anyone who does not want to? Raise your hand, because otherwise we're going to take a 5-minute break. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is put this on pause, take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back at 10 after the hour. That's really 6 minutes, but it's easier for me to add. So 10 after the hour, and we'll be back for the next